Hello, YouTube and listeners of my channel. I'm sure you are curious about the title of this video, and if you've done any digging, you're probably curious why everything is gone, mostly. So we're gonna dig into that. The worst has happened, and it happened fast. I mean, like, really damn fast, actually. I don't know. I guess I just assumed that I was probably safe. I'm small. I'm little. I'm a little guy on YouTube. I'm not big. I don't even have 3K subs. I did. I'm not really sure what happened with that. But yeah, I'm just a little guy. And boom, next thing I know, the dreamy Nintendo Music comp is gone. I get up one day, I have a notification, gone. Copyright struck, right? Not claimed. I have plenty of those, which, if you don't know, a copyright claim is basically where you just can't monetize the video. It's really not that big of a deal. I think if you get too many, it's bad, but it's you have to get so many. But no, this was the big one. This was the bolt of lightning from Nintendo themselves, I guess, sort of. Except it wasn't. And I'm gonna get into that. I'm gonna get into that in a minute. But basically, it was claimed by some company called Muso, which I don't know if people know what that is, but it's some sort of, it's an entire company that just copyright claims videos, I guess. It kind of seems sketchy. I'll be honest, it seems a little sketchy. The company claims to be big. They claim they work with Disney and Amazon or something, but I don't know. The site seems sketchy. Their emails seem small, unofficial, right? The email they used to claim my video was just a Gmail email. It wasn't even a professional email. But apparently they claimed my dreamy Nintendo comp on behalf of Nintendo themselves or whatever. And the claim was that, there was video content throughout the whole video, and it was Super Mario 64 was the claim for some reason. It said Super Mario 64 content, video content present the entire video. That's not true, right? There's no video content in any of my videos ever, and if there is, it's always stuff I make myself or it's royalty free. And that was true of that video. It was a royalty-free looping video. I know for a fact because I made it in Canva. Essentially, it just seems like they're trying to take the easy way out, right? Instead of hitting me with 50 copyright claims on individual pieces of music in the comp, they're just doing this all-in-one strike. They're just bullshitting and just saying there's Super Mario 64 content throughout the whole video, and then YouTube's just yeah, okay, and then bam, video's gone, right? And if you know anything about YouTube, it's way more generous to copyright claimants than it is defenders or whatever, right? It's so easy to go in and claim a video and get it taken down. It is not easy to dispute a copyright claim, let alone a strike. It's impossible to revoke a copyright strike. I emailed YouTube and presented them with all kinds of things. I'm this is an incorrect copyright claim, right? The Nintendo doesn't own any of the video content present in my video. It was all royalty free, made by me, whatever. And then they just hit me with we don't really see any proof or whatever, rejection. It was weird. It was an automatic response. And so at that point, I just kind of gave up. I'm I don't have the energy to fight this, And I just let it ride. I just was probably a one-off thing. And then boom, the Western comp gets hit. And I don't know why they're hitting weird, random little comps. I don't know why they didn't hit some of the bigger ones that are more popular, but nah, they're hitting the little ones. But yeah, Western comp, gone, erased, for real erased. I didn't have a backup of that one, so that one's gone legitimately, because I don't even have the playlist I used to make it anymore, because that was a couple years ago, and so I've gotten rid of that playlist. I did have it saved to a hard drive, but it was taking up too much space, and I was just like, I'll probably, if I need it again, I'll just download it from YouTube, Rookie mistake. I should not have deleted that video, because now it's gone forever. Anyway, my channel currently has 2 strikes on it, and if it gets a 3rd strike, it's gone. Poof. No more MindCloud, no more YouTube, all gone. So, in response, I have privated basically every video. I know, sad day for all of us. I can't help it, Sometimes things just suck. Sometimes things are just shit, and that's just what this is. I don't even think that Muso seems legitimate. Something about it, something tells me that Nintendo did not reach out to Muso and tell them, go after small YouTube videos. I feel like Muso probably made a proposition to Nintendo and these other companies like Disney and Amazon, and was like, hey, if you give us some money, we'll go copyright strike things on your behalf. And the companies are just like, yeah, that sounds good. That sounds like a good idea, and that's kind of what it feels like to me. It doesn't really feel like they're necessarily acting on behalf of Nintendo. More like they just run a company in which they just copyright strike people, and they have to convince companies to give them money to do it. So where does that leave the channel? Where does that leave all my hard work? Well, mostly in the dust, right? Mostly dead and buried. No, I am going to be uploading everything I've ever done regarding MindCloud YouTube music comps to a Google Drive. And it will be available to anybody who wants it, anybody who wants the raw MP3 files of these videos, just for their personal use, just to listen to on your own computer or whatever. I will be uploading all of them. I mean, hell, if you want to re-upload them, go for it. Go for it, but I would rather not lose the channel. I do like it, I do like the little channel, and I am planning on making future content. I don't know what yet. Maybe people have suggestions. I've considered, just doing commentary. I've considered just, talking about things I like or, dislike or whatever. But right now, sadly, this is a new, huge, depressing chapter for MindCloud. The only comp I've left up is the synthwave comp, because I don't think that it's going to get any copyright strikes, because it is comprised entirely of remixes. The whole thing, all 50 videos are remixes that exist independently and also haven't been copyright struck. I could be wrong about that, There's also the case that I have privated all the videos, but that doesn't necessarily mean that action hasn't already been taken against another video. If that's the case, it might not be enough, and the channel might get deleted anyway. So there's that scary truth, and I hate that, but what can you do? If you're really concerned and you really want to keep up with me and any future channels that I might make, you might want to go ahead and subscribe to Gremlin 101. His channel is linked on my channel. That's Josh. He's helped me make videos before. So if my channel gets deleted overnight or something, I'll probably post an update there. Just saying oh, it's me, Mr. MindCloud, the guy that got destroyed, whatever. And people can sub to the new channel, if they're so inclined. Anyway, love y'all. Thank you for the support over the years. It has been great making music. I had slowed down anyway, but still, it's always a pleasure to see comments roll in and the positivity regarding, putting the comps together. It has been really fun. So, yeah. Peace and love. XOXO. If YouTube doesn't kill me, you will probably be seeing more of me sometime in the near future. doing something. It won't be music comps anyway, at least not Nintendo music comps for sure. But yeah, thanks again, guys. Mwah!